All right, we're going to take a look at your gas station pump interface now. To keep things in context, I brought up an image of a station pump. Now, I don't know exactly where you're seeing this interface go. Is it, right here, here? So, it might be good to have an overall plan and a rendering. And one of the things you mentioned is people were having a hard time understanding what was the physical buttons and what was the interface touchscreen, and how do you separate these? So I, maybe it's this line right here. This is all physical and this is the touchscreen. If so, maybe making these look more like buttons. I'm talking about schematics here. I know schematics as an era is over, but I admit I was part of that era, and I can help you make stuff look like that. For example, these things look like they're a little standing out, have little highlights and shadows and things like that. So um, there's tricks we can do with Illustrator, Photoshop to make a rendering. These are all Illustrator renderings. Look more three-dimensional, etc. Let's see, that kind of stuff. Okay, so I could see us doing that here. Of course, we wouldn't have to, in the physical world, we wouldn't have to be living in the restrictions that you have otherwise related to number of pixels per inch or colors. Overall, the impression I get is that Haley doesn't like this project because Haley feels there's too many restrictions, not enough freedom, and therefore, without any personal interest in the project, she's just getting stuff done just to get it done, just to move on. Because, in general, this doesn't look like the quality of work that the level you normally work at. It looks below your levels right now. Um, I see that you have the inner button activated. I would have like one square right here. See if I can change it to an arrow. No, I can't. So from this point to this point to this point to this point, I'd have that one great big button. So someone has to enter their number and then press enter. And then I would have a number show up there. And then I say, okay, I'll take 10% off. Okay. And then insert the card. Okay. Inserting the card. Now, yeah, this is a debit card. Okay. Debit. And again, same thing. Make this a square. Once I hit that square, have this show up with a, asterisk pin number. And then I enter. And then I choose a level. Okay. You know, the misspellings are driving me crazy. This is not you. You know how to spell receipt. And then say, okay. And the receipt is printing. Okay. Um, so maybe you are finding too many restrictions. Okay, if you find this is too many restrictions and you don't like it because it's not going in your portfolio, um, then fine. Do it again with more colors and a non-monospace typeface or whatever, and I think maybe you'll like it more. Um, I'm willing to help you render out, more of the full um, gas station pump and help identify what's physical versus what's touchscreen. And I think with all those things together, we can make a much better interface. I would also suggest that overall, if you do go with a darker background, we can probably tame these colors down. I think the dark background this has the same restrictions. It's the most. In fact, it has even one worse. All the type is centered, but it has to be because it's in a circle. Um, so there's really no other possible solution for this interface. But by limiting the number of colors, here's the 3-bit color, limiting to these, and using them in limited ways, at least made the thing look a little more, in our dark background, look a little more under control, I suppose. Okay, but if you don't like that at all, then fine, go to 256-bit color, and a 300 resolution screen if that's what it takes. But I don't. This is a good project. It's a good idea. And right now, the last couple of weeks, you've been approaching it as a waste of time, I think. I could be wrong. So why don't you tell me what you feel about that, and let's figure this out so that the project is worth your time. All right. Thank you very much.